Finally.
Yeah.
I am assuming you're a hip hop fan or a hip hop head or grew up around some type of hip hop.
More so before than now. More so than now.
Here we go.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I can't even call it hip hop now. I don't know what this is now.
We'll get to debate with
I'm still stuck in the 90s when it comes to like most things. I'm one of those 90s, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I was born in the 80s, but to me, 90s, I would say from like 89 to like 99 or from 90 to 2000. I think that was the best era of music of all time.
Agreed.
So who would you say is your top 5 rappers of all time?
All right, that's a good question. So top 5, and they're going to be recognizable names just because of the era that I grew up in. But and I'm not going to go in order right now. I'm just going to mention who the 5s are. So obviously you have to have Pac, Jay-Z.
He's not in my 5, but okay.
All right, you have to have Biggie. That's me. Nas. And then here's the thing. It was a little bit more my older brother, but just because of the influence, I gotta go with Rakim. Now I gotta go Rakim, and then I can't. I know it's top 5, but then that's when I go into Big Daddy Kane. Cool. And then interestingly enough, and I know he's an actor now. I know I went over 5, but there were so many influences. You can't leave LL Cool J out, because when you talk about influence and rap and the impact, you have to bring them in. So personally for me, I listened to a whole lot of Pac and Jay-Z and Biggie just because I was into stories and I was into being able to follow a full storyline. There's so much that goes into rap. There's cats that love a line. Like you hit a good line in there and they're like, oh, did you get that? The connection, how deep it is, the symbolism, the metaphors, everything. For me, it was always the full story in the rap. And I think they were among the best in doing it.
I'm surprised as a Latino that you did not mention Big Pun.
Oh, and he did just come
Anthony, from others.
Yeah, but you limited me with 5.
Of shit for having Big Pun.
Right. Fat Joe, yes. But I have to be real with you. But I have to be real with you. These were my top. You said my top. Not everyone that I listened to.
Right.
And these were the people that you would find in my car or that you would catch me listening to. And then on the top was always Pac, because Pac had this very interesting way of going from party to thug to social justice, right? Like when you go through, Brenda Got a Baby, right? When you think of that story that he presented of a 12-year-old girl and her cousin and everyone judging and her finding herself in a situation, he was telling the story of so many young girls in the hood that people don't even realize and see. And you only see them when you find them in a position of life of despair. But he laid out, if you go back to it, you just listen to it. You'll see how he laid out from her parents generationally, how this unfortunate pattern results in poverty and teenage pregnancy and abuse, and how people can be blind to it. And I used to love that about Pac, how he would mix that in between dealing with what everything else that everyone wanted to see or what wanted to be sold to our community. So he was enlightening, educating, while still serving the product that made producers and record companies go, I want to sell this whole thing. And I love the fact that he did that, because I think it made people more socially conscious, and they dealt with, even though there were lines and you would think, they got more money for wars and no money to feed the poor. And you'll sit there and you'll think about that, and you'll watch the news, how once again we're going to invade a country while you're looking out your corner at homeless people or single mothers that need food. And he addressed it in a way that, though you were vibing to it, it stuck with you and made you think different. So I think that's why he had the most influence on me in terms of music.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it here first, man. Big Pac, J, Nas, and Rakim is Mayor Lora's top 5. Yo, we appreciate you.